teeth and a jawbone. Alabama's crying for some. Before they have to hit him, I hope he's got a sense to run. The reason the poor girls love him, promise them everything. The reason they believe him, he wears a big disco ring. Run, run, Alabama, everyone's gay, everyone's gay. Alabama, everyone's gay, everyone's gay. Always trying to please me, hope he knows that I don't swing that way.
That was Alabama Edwin by our good friend Mike the Bike. Came out a bit out of retirement, to make that song. You know what? I think it's a certified hood classic. How we doing today, folks? It's Nerdy in the Morning, episode 20. And, boy, are we having fun today. We got some news from good Ethan Klein, good old Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein is teaching young men very important lessons, I might add. Without Ethan Klein, I don't know what we do without him, guys, honestly. Ethan Klein is the Lord and Savior of YouTube. We wouldn't be anywhere without him, He's just an amazing guy. Pure, simple, amazing guy. But before then, we have This Week in Flam News. That's right, guys. We have, let me get it on screen. Flam said hi. That's cool. I'll fix it for you real quick. And the donation says, as a Flam mod, he needs to leave those kids alone. And he goes, funny super chat. Yeah, sorry, I don't find the ongoing harassment particularly funny. It's a super chat, my guy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Yo, Purple Paw Prince, good morning. How are you doing today? That's fine. I made my target laugh. I'm curious, do you think I did anything to actually warrant this? Do you think... Oh my god. Flamenco, former host of the Kill Stream, by the way, is asking why it was warranted to make jokes towards him. Former commentary guy as well. Any space he was in, it was okay to make jokes about people. But now that he's the butt of a joke, oh no. Now it's suddenly not okay, guys. Now it's suddenly not okay. Let me turn this ring light on. Almost forgot to do that. Do you think you need to do something to be the butt of a joke? All I did was spend $2 to make someone laugh. When it gets that level of malice, yeah, probably. What malice, lol? Augie isn't being malicious? Really, bro? I'm not Augie, and he wasn't my target to make laugh. Bro. If I wanted to make him laugh, I would have used Boy Soprano. It's whatever was right the first time. Right about what? Yo, Hannah Annel, how you doing? Toxic Dome, good morning to you as well. By the way, I'm surprised that donation made you come in my DMs and not this tweet. Show the lover from Mango is now facing a political debater bunk in a boxing match. Dude, hope being fake as F works out for you. I hope you know I make fun of everyone equally, regardless if I like them or not. I'll tell Twitter you said hi. And you know what? Yeah, Flam said hi. I'm glad Flamenco said hello. He hardly does. Hardly ever does. And then we also have this right here. He said, well, if you really make fun of everyone, you should make fun of Nicholas Diorio. And yeah, Yeah, you should really make fun of Nicholas Diorio there, buddy. Dude, he just hates Nick with a burning passion. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to show you that one yet with flamenco. I need to find the. Here we go. We have this from Nick. It said, "This is unbelievably pathetic. Want to prove it? Post this in the replies of that tweet. I make fun of everyone. LOL. Yeah, I do. Kind of the reason why I'm known in the little community for being a dick." Make fun of Nick, then. Sure, I'll do it when I think of a funny joke. Give you a real banger right here. I'll post it for you. Got 2 likes. So, you see, guys? You see, this is Nick. He's actually fat. Is that the joke, Flam? Guys. See, Nicholas Diorio is actually fat. But this is how he portrays himself in art. Like, oh, okay. Flam needs to come with new material, man. He's like that. He's like an old comedian that he just refuses to come up with new material. They just like tour with the old jokes, you know. I think people are starting to get tired of it, Flam. You know. I hate to see you run out of steam. I think, Flam. I think you can be a real creative guy. Come on, man. You can make better jokes than this. And here we go, guys. Flamenco's Discord explain why it was probably a bad idea to jump into a random chatter's DMs and beg them to insult me on his behalf. This is Flamenco, by the way, a former host of the Kill Stream, whose favorite content consisted of watching / making fun of lolcows like DSP and Christian. Oh, for F's sake. I know you're looking in here, man. By the way, these are his fans. These are people who go into his Discord. The only people who are willing to tolerate him. And they're posting images like this. And I know you're trying to avoid possible confrontation from them, right? From us right now. That's why you do little peeps in general chat. If you want to talk crap to someone and you feel confident in it, do it to their face and not like this. This makes you look petty, and telling this to Izzy of all people makes you look like you're asking for this. What have we to talk about, man? And then another person just like posts a facepalm picture. You're a grown man. Well, I like you and have patience for you. You know how this makes you look even before you do it. This is disappointing. I expect better from you. We all do. This is from a user called Femmenko. Femmenko. So this is I don't know. Given his audience, this is probably actually a dude. All right. I think he only has like one woman who legitimately watches him. But other than that, I don't think he actually has any women watching him. And then we have this one. You're a grown man. Or read that one. It's disappointing. I expect better from you. We all do. God, I want to feed that fat F slur his teeth. Like, completely ignoring what this person just said, by the way. Completely ignoring it. Flam, I'm being serious with you, you know. If you're going to say something and feel confident in it, to say it to their face when you're ready. Saying it behind their back or to others to pass it along to say it indirectly makes you look petty and cowardly. I say it to his face, then I'd probably do more than say it. Do more than what could you do more than say it? You're never gonna leave your house, Flamenco. What, you gonna drive to New York to confront Nicholas Diorio? I mean, be funny if he did. Be really funny if he did. And then we also have this tweet right here. Flamenco now has an entire Discord channel. Let's see. Just right when you start feeling bad for Flam, he reminds you why he's such a huge lol cow. Flamenco now has an entire Discord server dedicated to his fans, telling him to not interact with people, and he has a clock that resets every time he interacts with someone they deem bad. This is how often he does this, by the way. Not sure if this counts. Let me check. Flamenco, tell us women, when does this count? Doesn't seem much different from talking to people on post or whatever, but it does count as a reset clock, or this is a let it slide. Let's see. I wasn't sure if it counted, to be fair. It seems like a needless interaction where a bite wasn't necessary. Does it have to be specifically be on a stream event? I never really thought about the conditions too hard, to be honest. I would just assume that it has everything live or going on. He's DMing someone who doesn't really change much. Yeah. They're having like deep lore conversations about this. This is pathetic. I think the mic needs a remix. Yeah. Yeah. We need to tell Mike that song needs a remix badly. It needs a remix, because I think we could have some fun here. And then Izzy quote tweets the original Nick tweet, and he goes, "He's actually upset I made fun of him." I know, bud, but are you ready for that? Yep. So is it a reset then? Mari, the big flamenco fan, says, is it a reset then? And then someone does like a deep sigh gif. He goes, "Nah, I didn't do anything wrong here. Nah. This shouldn't count. I say reset if Lamb goes through with confrontation and fails. Given Izzy is unstable to make fun of, and that fat F slur is proof I'm right." He isn't able to make fun of Nicholas DiMario. He said my joke wasn't funny, but I called him fat. Like Flam, you need better material than just calling him fat. I hope you realize that, bud. I say reset if Flam goes through with confrontation and fails. Flam. just responds with Flam. But if I ever see that fat sack of crap IRL, wait, you're gonna fight him? You're gonna fight the 20-year-old. You're gonna fight the guy in his early 20s while you're in your 30s. Oh yeah, Flam, real mature there, buddy. I'm sure you could win that fight. Yeah, I'm sure your years upon years of martial arts and anime watching are really gonna help you out there. Let's see. I don't get how you got from taking issues with Izzy to taking a swing at Nick, and then he's just like, Izzy has zero loyalty to you. Like, what's the connection? He doesn't owe it to you. He said it looks like seething being, what you said to him looks like seething being genuine here. He's losing what little remains of his fan base. Okay, look, guys, I know I'm one to talk when it comes to low concurrent viewers, but this is a guy who had high viewership at one point. And he went from having like 200 consistently during a stream to now he only has 70 people watching him. That's a pretty big downgrade right there. Yeah. Like Flamenco, buddy old pal. Leave them kids alone. Leave the commentary community alone. You're never gonna get a W. And the fact that like internally that you think that you're getting W's is insane right now. Like what do you like like the only thing I can get is like maybe he thinks it's a personal W, so it's like, oh, my personal enjoyment is personally owning the commentary community. So I'm gonna message Izzy and talk about how fat Nicholas Diorio is. Like how do we tell him? How do we tell him it doesn't work? I I want to feel bad for Flamenco, but he makes it so hard to feel any type of way for him. He really does. But guys, the flamenco segment is over now. We have a very important message by our Lord and Savior, I almost said Hassan Piker, Ethan Klein. But what's this important message that he has for us? Let's find out.
Here I am, guys, doing my first ever cell phone video. This has never been.
Yeah, guys, Ethan Klein just found out that you could record on phones. He thought that you could only take crappy pictures with them. He was still living it with the flip phone mindset,
Been done before. In fact, I'm out here on vacation with my fam. The kids are asleep. Everyone's asleep, and listen.
Yeah, the kids are asleep. My wife is asleep. All my teammates are asleep. So anyone who could stop me from uploading this is now gone.
And I had something on my mind, so I said, hey, I got a cell phone. I think I could just upload it directly. And I got something that I really want to get your guys' opinion on. I tweeted out something today that was in effect saying something like famous men should not have random sex with anyone, especially fans. And
famous men should not have hookups with anyone, says Ethan Klein. His co-host, Hassan Piker. These two ideas, they conflict. Now, I don't know if you and Hassan talk about that privately, but Hassan hooks up with 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and when he can, he hooks up with adult filmmakers, adult stars, if you will. And I don't know, it seems like the two ideas conflict. I think you should confront Hassan about this, man. But it seems like you haven't, and it seems like you're giving him the pass. So that's kind of weird, Ethan. Rules for thee, but not for me. Is that the deal here?
When alcohol's involved.
By the way, Ethan made this video in light of two of his friends in the light of two of his friends being accused / charged of awful things towards women. Justin Rowland, the creator of Rick and Morty, has been charged with, what was it? I believe the technical term is domestic battery and wrongful imprisonment. Let famous people, let famous people bang, says Hannah Animal. I gotta be careful about swearing, guys. YouTube doesn't like swearing now. I mean, they were never a big fan of it, but YouTube doesn't they do not like swearing. Period. Now, that's the thing. You can't swear at all now on YouTube. You gotta keep it a kid-friendly site, even though there's already YouTube Kids. Shoot, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Shoot. Yeah, and then the guy who used to host All Gas No Breaks has admitted, he was accused and then he admitted of coercing women into sleeping with him. He would just beg them, please sleep with me, please sleep with me. And I guess he admitted to it, and it's really pathetic that you have to beg women to sleep with you. Please lay with me. I don't know how else to get laid.
And there was some people that agreed, obviously, But there was a lot of people I saw this comment, well, what's the point of becoming famous then? And that kind of begs the question, like, well, if the reason you're becoming famous is for the sole reason of having
Well, it's not the only reason, but it's just a huge, for a lot of guys, it's, big benefit. And girls too. I'm sure girls, like the extra attention that they get when they get famous to a certain degree.
Of random sex with women, that's going to be a problem. And listen, I'm
By the way, this entire thing implies that women have no agency during this. Male feminist Ethan Klein is trying to make a statement here, but he's he's trying to make a statement to protect women, but ironically, he makes women look weaker by making this statement. I already have to change my language for Americans. Now this. Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad day, Hannah Animal. It's a sad day.
saying this, man, I have friends who are being basically
Yeah, having friends are being me too'd right now, buddy.
doing horrible things, right, and getting called out. And it's happening way too much.
Do you want to mention my name?
Too much, and I think
I don't know, Ethan. Maybe you're picking. Maybe you're just picking like really bad friends. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought that maybe you just picked like really awful friends?
I think to myself, how is it that there's so many men, famous men, who are still doing this shit despite knowing that that this is a problem, that it's going to come out, right? And that you can't fuck around, you can't make mistakes like that. And yet people are still out there being scumbags. And it just makes
This do you guys remember that South Park episode where it's like, why would successful rich men want to sleep with women? It's impossible. We can't find out why.
makes me think, like, if you're a famous guy, I hate to tell you, but I think the one night stands, I think it's got to be out.
Yeah, that's right. Consensual one night stands. I'm sorry, they can't happen anymore. You know what that means, ladies? You can't have one night stands now either, unless you're lesbians. Okay, so semi serious note. It really does take all the agency out of women. This implies that women have no say during this. Now, granted, you do stick. I know, right? Stick by your principles. Well, here's the thing, right? You always hear about the bad one night stands or the bad hookups, right? But here's the thing, right? How many hookups that celebrities have do you not hear about? And what I mean by that is, how many consensual hookups do celebrities have that you don't hear about? Because obviously not every celebrity is gonna brag about how many chicks they bang, right? Some people just kind of like keep it on the down low. On the down low. But no, like seriously though. Like, you're not going to constantly talk about every sexual encounter you have. So obviously, like, we have to assume that the amount of non-consensual or coercing encounters are, the minority. Because usually they take a couple months to come out. Now, obviously, that stuff needs to stop. Of course. Like, we just had that Kai story that just came out about the girl who was assaulted during the party. Awful, awful. Like, I shouldn't have to state the obvious there. but dude, I don't know how else to tell you. As long as the hookups are consensual, both parties consent to them. Hookups are perfectly fine.
And the reason I say that is to protect you from doing something horrible to somebody.
Ethan Klein is gonna protect us from doing something awful, guys. Because remember, men have this inherent desire to do awful things to women. I would say the actual word, but I would like this stream to stay in the green. Yeah, guys. Yeah, men just have that inherent gene, that inherent desire that makes you just want to do awful things to women. So I mean, like, does Ethan Klein think he has that inherent nature as well? Do you think Ethan Klein, like, if we asked him, would he self-admit that he would have like those thoughts?
And doing something you'll regret. And it seems that there's a
Okay,
high
I'm gonna put this on like I'm gonna put this at like 1.7.
enough percentage of women who are regretting these hookups, who feel coerced, who feel like they can be manipulated.
Well, here's the thing, right? This is okay. I'm going to explain something here. All right. If you both consent and without coercion, mind you, but you just regret the hookup, it was still consensual. It wasn't assault because you changed your mind. Like here's the thing, right? If the girl says no, I want to stop during your encounter, you should stop. But afterwards, if you had both consented, again, without coercion, you both consented to it, you did your thing, but the girl ends up regretting it, you can't just accuse the guy of assault because you didn't like the hookup. That's not how the world should work.
Into doing something they don't want to do. And I just keep seeing the same story over and over and over again. And it's like,
that's Hollywood. That's YouTube. I don't know what to tell you, Ethan. You're the guy who always covers them.
What are we going to do about this? Because you would think that something would be changing by now, but it's like the same headline over and over and over again. I think that famous men need to stop having random hookups.
So, like, are regular guys okay? Is your average Joe okay to still do hookups? Do you think assaults only happen with famous people? Are you that ignorant, Ethan? But no, seriously. Like, why only famous men? Like, what about your average, what about your average Joe, Ethan? Are they still allowed to have hookups? Like, what's the threshold of famous, Are we talking just purely, like, internet famous? Or are we talking, like, actual, like, TV network famous, movie star famous, Twitch famous? Like, what's the line of being famous, Because, your average American does not know about Hassan Piker. Like, only internet people know who Hassan Piker is. Or, like, if someone somehow knew about, like, the Young Turks and when he used to be on it, but that was years ago. So, like, does Hassan Piker still count as, like, your average person? Even though he's, like, number one, he's, like, consistently, like, in the top 10 streamers on Twitch? I am curious about that. Like, what would be the deal there? Like, this, Ethan, I would love to, like, have actual rules with this system you're in place. And I know you're just doing this on your phone, but, they have some lovely apps on your phone that you can use to edit and, like, do graphics now. You're really dropping the ball here, Ethan.
It's just a recipe for disaster and pain and hurt. And it's going to fuck your life up too, right? You're just not drunk, who were influenced by your power and aura and just general fame. And so I feel like
Yeah.
with fame and power, there needs to be some giving up of responsibility, or there needs to
What?
be some more acceptance of responsibility. Like with the power, with the money, with the fame, you have extra responsibility as a man to take extra care with your sexual partners, because listen, the truth is that women have been used and abused for a long fucking time.
But who's joining my Discord? Hang on. Oh, that's my. Oh, yeah, because my computer sucks. Because of the Wi-Fi. Lovely. Lovely. I love it. I love it. We did disconnect from OBS, but we will be back shortly.
And it feels super weird that men are now having to be held accountable for what they're doing. And y'all, I guess, aren't ready for that. But I'm just saying, you're not going to get away. You don't get away with it anymore. So, like, this advice is as much for the men, you know, it's for the men to protect themselves and to protect the women.
What about famous women? Are famous women still allowed to hook up? Like, what if like it's two celebrities, right? Bobox kind of mentioned a scenario like this, right? But like, I'm gonna sort of take it in a different direction, right? Let's say, it's two celebrities, right? But the woman is way more famous than the man, and the man was a fan. Is there a power imbalance there? But they're both celebrities, but one's more famous, and the other one's a fan of the more famous person. Is there a power imbalance there, Ethan, or is it consensual? I need to ask these.
I'm saying you got to.
Maybe you should just, like, I don't know, turn off Twitter and enjoy the vacation with your family. I think that'd be a healthy thing to do. Am I right, guys? I think that'd be pretty healthy.
Meet someone, get to know them a little bit, make sure that you're both sober and that you've got enthusiastic consent. Because it's just not worth it. I don't think a lot of these guys doing this necessarily want to be hurting people, right? I think.
Oh yeah, you didn't think Justin Roiland wanted to hurt people when he committed domestic battery? You didn't think he wanted to hurt people? Is that what you think, buddy? You think Andrew didn't want to hurt people either? Is that what you're saying? Poor Ethan.
They get caught up in the moment. I think they probably have a lot of regrets about how they acted. I don't know, though. Maybe I'm assuming too much. I don't know, right? I don't know how these people feel or what they think about. But I do know that there's a lot of victims of women who are in the wake of these famous men being traumatized, being abused, having lots of regret, being coerced. So what do we do about it? I mean, if you're a famous man coming up, you can't do it. I mean, it's too risky. I think the dynamic
Guys, I'm trying to save your careers here.
of you being famous and powerful and then being a fan and knowing who you are, it's too powerful of a combination. So, like,
This was just a PSA to like all of his remaining friends. Like, guys, please don't commit this anymore, okay? I'm looking out for you.
you can't exploit that. It's just, it sucks, right? It sucks because you can't go out there and be a rascal and fuck everyone. You know what I mean? But, which is like apparently the dream of men. That's why they become famous. I didn't know that. I mean, I know that there's like dudes out there, but I find that odd that like you become famous just for that. So it's just like, okay, bro, that's really it. That's all there is to life. But yeah, you're not getting away with it.
Ethan's like, but if you could get away with it, I'd be singing a different tune right now.
Come out to dinner, get to know them a little bit. And then you got guys who travel around, right? Who go city to city. I don't know, man. Jerk off. I don't know.
Yeah, be like flamenco guys. Just like get your favorite hentai and just do your thing. But yeah, that's it for that video. But we have one more. It's luckily a shorter one. It's called An Urgent Message to Aiden Ross. Now, if you guys don't know, Aiden Ross recently got banned from Twitch because he dressed as a Nazi in GTA. Real hilarious, real funny. Real funny right there, guys. But no, seriously, I don't care. Like, why are we getting on people for like having video game characters dressed as Nazis? Like, if I play a World War II game on Twitch, am I gonna get banned because I'm either, like, for example, if we're playing multiplayer World at War, am I gonna get banned for like being assigned to playing on the bad guy team, the Nazi team. Like,
urgent message for Aiden Ross. If you know Aiden Ross, please make sure he sees this video.
oh my god, yeah. I'm sure Aiden just sat down and watched this one.
Now, a tragedy just befell Aiden Ross. He was banned on Twitch because somebody went into his live stream and sabotaged him. What happened was he was doing some GTA 5 role playing, and somebody dressed up like Adolf Hitler into his game to try to get him banned. And
Oh, okay. So he wasn't the one dressing up as a Nazi. It was the guy in his game. Well, still.
he did get banned. And do you know why that happened? Most people are missing the true story here. Do you understand? The Matrix is after you, Aiden Ross. And this is why I'm making this urgent message to you. You thought
Oh, he's trying to be funny. Ethan, you're trying to be funny, Ethan. It's not working, Ethan.
that Andrew Tate is going to be your Neo. But I have a bad news for you. Andrew Tate is actually going to be your Agent Smith. Okay? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm Morpheus, bro. This is the Matrix. It's real.
You're not black, Ethan. You can't be Morpheus.
Words of Logan Paul, he says, the Matrix is real, and pray that it never comes for you. Well, I've got a bad message for you, Aiden. The Matrix is coming. There's a reason you got banned on Twitch, okay? It's not a coincidence. You want to talk about 2023 is the year? Then come with me. You want the red pill or you want the blue pill? I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. I'm be Neo, okay? I'm going to wake up with you. I will show you the world for the first time ever, and it might not be pretty, much like when Neo woke up. It was not pretty.
Ethan trying to be funny is way worse than him just naturally not being funny. Like when you're actually like take it from me, folks. When you're actually trying to attempt jokes and you're just not funny, it's the worst. It's the legit the worst. It's hard to explain. Obviously, comedy is subjective, but I think we can all agree when someone's like trying too hard to be funny. Like just look at just look at like how when I used to be a consistent character on Dave's show when I was trying to be funny. Just look at that, you know. Like when it's like when you're trying way too hard to be funny, it just never works out.
And that's what's important. Do you want to sleep or do you want to wake up, Aiden Ross? Do you want to keep getting banned and sabotaged by provocateurs and Agent Smiths? Or do you want to take my hand, Morpheus, and go and become the one? You are the one, Aiden Ross. You are going to save us all. What's the name of their city? What was it? You know, the city underground, and they're like, that's well, you're going to be the king of that city, and we need you. So the question is, are you going to follow the girl with the cat tattoo, or are you going to go back to sleep and pretend this never happened? Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are in a jail cell right now. Okay? Do you know what that means? You remember the guy from The Matrix who he double-crossed them, and he killed one of his own guys so that he could be...
Again, Ethan, just stick to being unfunny now. Don't try to make humor. It doesn't work. One last thing I wanted to discuss real quick is the Velma TV show. Dude, it's awful. It's awful so far. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's like, you know, if like modern day Family Guy writers, so like the unfunny writers try to be woke and they wrote a Scooby-Doo show. So like you still have like a lot of like the needless edginess of a Family Guy, modern day Family Guy episode, and the needless humor of a Family Guy episode, but you try to make it woke. Like, I don't know, I think it comes off a bit more racist. You know, you have Shaggy, or you know, he goes by his real name in the show, Norville. You know, as the black guy who, you know, the joke with Shaggy always was, oh, he's into drugs. Well, you make the main black guy a drug dealer? Kind of racist there, buddy. Kind of racist. And then, like, I don't know, maybe my monitor's wrong, but I swear they gave like Daphne, who's supposed to be an Asian in the show, like a slightly yellow tint. And then Velma is Indian. And like Freddy, the only white person still, they just make him like an objective racist. It's a weird show. I know some people like it, and hey, if you like it, you do you. But me personally, I'm just gonna. I mean, maybe I'll binge watch it when all the episodes are out, but I don't think this show's gonna be for me, fam. I don't think it's gonna be for me. But with that being said, I think that's gonna be it for this show. I know this was a shorter one, regardless. So thank you for watching. This is gonna be Nerdy John signing out. Let me get the song out. Maximum Carnage. There we go. Rap. Anyway, you guys have a good one. This is Nerdy John signing out. Y'all take care. And remember, don't be like Flam. Don't be like Ethan Klein. All right. Let people joke about you, and don't try to educate men on what not to do.
Who got time to waste when prayers on the table? Red drip, call me Cain, leave them slain cause I'm able. I see your hands moving, what you reaching for the Draco? Playing frisbee with your life, don't be surprised you catch a halo. Got a baddie and she shriek, and that venom runs deep. Armageddon, every weapon in my head becomes me. Little bro, you should chill. You might be animals, but baby, I am golden for real. I got your spider senses pinging, bitch, you know I'm the deal, yeah. Everybody say they crazy, yeah. Everybody thinks they crazy. Tell it to me, stop when I throw out the baby. Right out the window, talking that big smoke. Sneaking out, cut of them tiptoes, what you get big joke. Make you miss it's a widow. Natural gingers of fires on this stone. Shark in the water's my fish bowl. Bigger skin off the host when I disc roll. Also big as they got, they gon' zip cold. See my arsenal, I go down bitch mode. Better get gone. Bitch, I'm pulling your clavicle, watching the pop me your wishbone. When I tell you, I'ma kill you. You should know that. I am real dude. I don't make threats. I don't follow up. In your whole gang, you can call them up. Bring the whole thing. Let them arm up. Let it go bang. Let it all erupt. Then you see red and you all are crushed. Thought you make a big bang and you all but bust. Then you see the red bitch turn them all to dust. What you thought I was, an ordinary villain. Carnage, 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 carnage. I see the red and baby, I just get the killing. Carnage, carnage. Yeah, I was born to be a killer. Bitch, I'm the one that you remember. Now you know I'm not an ordinary villain. Carnage, 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 carnage. People fight so hard to live, but time is fleeting. Ride the wave of indecisiveness and wonder why they're breathing in this time. And I am eating life, its meaning, nigh a reason. Think you hit us all this shit, I am diarrhea. Down the ignorant, fear inside their eyes, now that's the only freedom. Everybody magnifies the feeling, it was fate. You achievers here to gratify my demons. All you clowns wanna see me, watch me pantomime my beating. I'm a different breed, it's in my blood. Me and death, yeah, we are one. Me and death, yeah, we have fun. Wanna stay alive, then dig deeper like 6 feet under Grim Reaper. Don't give a fuck, watch your mouth like a lip reader. We don't get even, I'ma take over, then you get